Okay, so let's take a look at this homework assignment. 2.36. So your programs should read initial balance and annual interest rate from a user, right? And the interest rate is compounded monthly. So this is monthly compound interest rate. And print out the balance after first, second, and third month, right? So your program is supposed to ask users to input initial balance. So the user can put any number here, right? 1,000, 2 million, 3 million, whatever. The annual interest rate could be 6%, 8%, 10%, whatever. And based on this initial balance and interest rate the user entered, right? Your program is supposed to find this balance, like first month balance, second month balance, and third month balance. So let's just write a pseudocode first. The pseudocode, right? First, your pseudocode has to first, your program supposed to ask user to enter what? The initial balance, right? The first one. So we need a variable like initial balance, okay, and then annual interest rate, right? But annual interest rate has to convert into the monthly interest rate because that's what we are trying to compute, right? It's every month, right? So first, basically the big picture is that your program is supposed to have three different part. The first part is input, right? Getting the values from the user, basically initial balance, and then annual, right? Annual interest rate, right? That's from the user. And then compute the balance for the first 3 months, right? Compute the balance for the 3 months. So for this, we need to have a three variable. We need the first month balance, and then we need to have second month balance, and then we need third month balance, right? We need the three variables. By the way, actually we need another variable because we need to convert this annual interest rate to monthly interest rate, right? So we need probably another variable, and then the print the result. So basically your program has three different parts. So the input is, by the way, this is just pseudocode, right? It's not actual Python code. So the input is, so I first write the first one, right? Initial balance is equal to, right? And then you have to, so initial balance has to be something of a float, right? Cannot be an integer, because initial balance could be, let's say, $1,000.25, right? So as you can see, it cannot be an integer. The annual rate is also the same thing. It's 6.0%, could be 6.5, 7.2%, right? So it's a decimal number, so it has to be float. So the first initial balance is input, and then enter, so initial balance, right? So by the way, this is pseudocode. So you have to ask user to enter, and then you have to convert it into the float. The same thing for the annual rate. Annual rate is what? Float. And then you have to have an input, and then what? You have to ask users to enter annual rate. right? So that's done. The part 1 is done. Now we have to do the part 2. Compute the balance. To compute the balance, first you have the balance for each month. You have to convert this annual rate to the monthly rate. So the first thing that you need to do is monthly rate, right? Monthly rate is the annual rate. You know that it's first of all, 1 year has how many months? 12 months, right? So 12 months. So the first is you have to get the annual rate. You know, the annual rate is from here, right? Something that the user enters, and then divide it by 100 to get the actual number. So if the user put the 6%, this could be 0.06. If the user enters let's say 6.5, then you divide it by 1. It's what? 0.065, right? So basically this is the actual rate, right? Actual number. And then since 1 year has 12 months, to get the monthly rate, you have to divide it by 12, right? So for that, you can get the monthly rate. Okay. Once you get the monthly rate, by the way, this is part number 1. Right now, I'm doing the part number 2. So the to get the first monthly rate, monthly balance. You need to have this is a variable, first month balance. So first month balance is equal to what? That annual rate, the monthly rate should be applied to this initial balance. So initial balance, and then you have to get the interest, right? And initial balance multiply by this monthly rate. This monthly rate is from here, right? So this is your first month's balance. And the second month's balance, by the way, we are trying to, so this is like based on what? Compound interest rate. So your interest rate should apply to first month balance to get the second month balance. So second month balance is equal to this first month balance, right, plus the first month balance multiplied by month rate, right, monthly rate. And then obviously the third month balance, and it's based on the second month balance, right? So this is second month balance plus second month balance multiplied by monthly rate. Okay, so I'm done with the second part. And the third part is third one, right? The third one is print this result, monthly. The first month balance, second month balance, and third month balance. So you have to print the 3 results, right? Right? So I'm done with the pseudocode. Okay? So it's very important for you to write a pseudocode before you actually writing a Python code. Once you finish writing your pseudocode, now we're ready to the pseudocode in Python. Okay, so let's just stop here.